Hello and welcome back to Vintage Story, and we are in the 1.14 update on the Aura Fury server. And so one of the newest things is your character customization. So starting a new game, this will be what you see when you first start out, likewise. And I think I think that's the original. I think that's like slightly different. I'm going to stay with a different one. And we have a whole lot of different expressions here that apparently some of this hair is covering it up. So get rid of those two and then we can actually see what's going on here. So we have some kind, upset, neutrals, sad. It's kind of a little sad, serious. Tired. Very sad. No, I think we'll go with a simple kind and different eye colors now, and they seem very jewel toned types. So that's another something to customize here. We'll stick with something simple. And there's a bald with a ponytail or bun. Wow, that is some big hair. Got some combed little wispy bits on there. Those are nicely done, little thick kind of strands. Different kind of balding stuff. Got the classic mohawk. That looks good. And like some sort of side hair split thing. Layered. It looks good. Long and flowing. Lots of little strands. And then even more strands. Okay. And some medium. That looks pretty good. Got some messy stuff. The classic, which I assume is what we were wearing before, but it was just all white. Got some shorter hairstyles. Oh, only got little bits on the top. Just little spiky bits. And that's a little bit more spiky if you like it. Short and trimmed, that's very cropped. Okay. We got a little like bowl cut kind of thing going on. I think we'll stick with that. And then we have all this extra stuff here. We got a little bun with sticks. Got some sort of interesting braided thing. A larger bun. We got some side braids, which I think is kind of what's already on there. We got a different bun. Different kind of braid. Okay. Got a couple ponytails, looks like. One that's a little thick. And then that one looks like a little tiny one. Got a tiny little bun there. Okay, and a little bit longer one there. We got little side braids. A lot of different options here. Side buns. Okay, that's pretty good. Side rolls, so you can have like maybe a little Leia thing going on. And a big old one in the back. Okay, I am definitely going with these side ones. That will work. And we have a whole bunch of different colors. I mean, that's pretty dark there. A lot of different stuff to make you stand out. Some different blue types. Lighter blues. And of course go green and stuff. And you got classics. And then nice, that's a pretty dark brown. And a whole bunch of different like all versions of browns. And then we can get into the yellow and blonde as we were before. And I think that's bright white. I'm not sure if that was the one. I think I'm going to go with, I don't know, blue or some sort of purplish. I think I like this one. Oh my gosh, why am my screen shaking? Okay, we have, I guess, like our underclothes and our top clothes. I'm not sure, it's doing a little bit of difference. In the middle up here, take that off, okay. Just kind of pick one of these, I guess. Then you can randomize, so Oh, maybe I'll stick with that. Okay, we can confirm this. And then next is, now we have classes in here. So this commoner is generalist. You get no positives or negatives, so you don't have to worry about that. The hunter, okay, this is interesting. Ranged and damage, ranged accuracy, but yeah, regular am. I like the look of that one, but I don't not liking those negatives though. However, that walk speed's pretty nice. I've been in trouble with having this walk speed pretty slow. Malefactor is the little devious kind of guy, so you can get some of the looting stuff, which won't really help me here because, well, most of the wild crops and stuff are all gone. So, but getting some of this interesting drop rate from finding things would be kind of neat. But I'm not too thrilled on the negative health points. Clockmaker. Easily dismantle or repair machinery. Not sure what this damage against mechanicals is. Maybe I just haven't gotten into things quite long enough. But this walk speed, but this is the big one. -1 gear to repair the translocators. I think you normally need 3. Blackguard. So mostly warrior type, but oh my gosh, that negative hunger rate. The weapons, durability, that's pretty nice. This weapon, that mining speed's good. No, that hunger. I don't think I could do it. Unless I'm living south. But the hunter's nice. And I just don't think I can do the negative hit points here on either one of these. Although they could be interesting. Might be nice to do on a single player mode. So I think I'll just stick with the commoner, confirm that, and we have some snow that's going away. Oh, I'm soaking wet. That's what's going on. This is why. Okay. So we got new clothes. That's interesting. What do we got? Oh, I think this is what we were wearing in 1.3. And looks like I can change it. Some of these pieces have not gotten into clothing much, so I have to kind of get used to this of what can be worn and whatnot. So I think that's going to be a much bigger factor to look into for later, and it's still slightly snowy, so not much fun there. Okay, so I am going to need a few items in here to help finish up some of my cellar. So I'll gather those, and I'm hoping, let's stick those that have been in my inventory. Yes. Okay. So I have the tiny greenhouse, and I got it working better, and so I do have food. I've been having hard winters, not being able to do too much, so having a little bit of food here has helped a lot. So progress being made. I have laid down a little bit of path, and ooh, I have some goodies. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at that later. That's gonna be cool. All right, so I got a little bit of front done, and I've got just tiny bits of stuff. I got a little bit of storage. I wanted to make sure I had enough stuff. Got my first bit of chiseling things done. Decided I'd start simple and then go from there. And then downstairs I got my little cellar, and this is what I needed my little bricks for, to fill in these little gaps that I had. And I'm sure it's probably not deep enough underground or something, and then not having a roof done is probably not helping. But that's all the food I have left. It's not a lot, so I am happy that my little tiny greenhouse thing is working. Got a couple little pots. Okay, I'm still soaking wet apparently. We're going to need to offload some of that stuff. But I'm hoping that we can get a roof going across over here today at least. I'd like to get some little bit of special windows and stuff put in, but I gotta do a little bit more panning. so I can get my glass. And in order to do some of the roof stuff, I'm going to need this, and this is one of the mods. And so luckily I got enough boards and stuff over here. Alright, got the bench done. Got a little bit of shingles done. And I'm not sure if I want to do stairs or if I'm going to need... I might need full blocks to do certain things. So I think I'm going to start with that. And then I need my chalk cobblestone because I got some of the white-ish bricks on there. And those, I'll have to combine those so that I can stick them into this guy here. And we'll set that down and get into that. Alright, so I am going to need to make a lot more clay shingles, and it takes a little bit of time. And it's only one sheet, so that I can get 12 of them out of here. So I need to fill all those in and do a whole bunch of cooking of these little shingles so that I can make the special little roof tiles that go in here. I already got some being made, but need to get a whole lot more and collect my stuff so I don't starve, replant, and start accumulating some stuff. And of course cook some turnip stew. That's about the only thing I have at the moment. Once I start getting some animals in, that will hopefully change and hopefully get a couple more different kinds of vegetables. So now I got some trees that are going around here. I am going to need to get a bunch of different things done. I need to get some shears, and so I can get some more materials to do the house. But I'm gonna need my chisel. I made an extra one because it was going to get broken. And the important thing here is dirt. I found I need dirt a lot. I was watching Ashanton in her poor last video. You always make sure you carry some dirt around. You never know when you're going to need it. So I got a little wall started around here, but I left it open so hopefully I can get into it. I'd like to keep some of these little bushes. They're like leaves, but they're little bushes. So I'm going to try to get around here and start working on our first block. So I'm not sure if I want to make this a smaller block overall or have it angled. I wasn't not quite sure of the angle of how slopey, technical term, I want this to be. Like maybe I could take a layer off, or I can just, I don't know, leave this like half and half. That'd probably be the easiest thing for right now. But then I can add back in the other color stuff and it makes it look like it's two-tone. And we have some of our half slabs done. And I'll put some of those guys down. Of course, it would probably help if I put them in the right orientation. That's been nice watching other people, especially on this server, watch their videos and get some helpful little tips like putting slabs and stuff into your crafting grid so you can get the right orientation. I think I will just put like an extra little lip. I need a little something hanging over the side for me. And we're going to need to do the inside of this too. And although I have like the granite, I think I'm just going to like have the second-ish floor be the chalk cobblestone. So we'll do that. And then of course to use it in the bench, which from watching Nathan, thankfully, to get my little tips here, is I gotta get the block back. So I'll take this down And then take it over to the bench. And then we need to put the chisel block, a chisel, and the original blocks in there. So, I don't know if I need a good one, but I'm going to have that guy go and make another one. So it's one way, an easier way to make something without having to re-chisel it. I mean, this particular instance, it probably wouldn't have mattered, but I wanted to at least know how to do this. Because chances are down the road I'm going to have to do a lot more repeating, chiseling and stuff, and having that bench is going to be great. I have my own dummy here. We'll have to get those bees. They're quite the noisemaker here. So I want to probably, I'm not sure if I want to actually make this a whole block and then chisel part of it down, or it'd probably be easier to just have it be, of course, flat and keep it like it is and then go from there. I mean, you could put the whole blocks on and chisel it right from the get-go if you felt like doing that, but that seems like a lot of work. So we can go ahead and put that back down, and then we're gonna need a little bit of scaffolding-ish stuff on this side. That's why dirt works out pretty good. And then put our mirrored block on that side. And then I guess I can fill in here. But this seems pretty, I don't know, this is pretty bulky over here. And a little too long, I think. So, take out a large chunk and we can kind of trim it. So it'll end up having a little bit of an overhang, but not like an ungodly amount of stuff. So. And I'll probably need a lot more shingles. I'm gonna need some more for the rest of the place anyhow. So, but over here, since we have an overhang on the north side, probably gonna need it on all the other sides. So, of course, did not put it in the right place. That putting this in the crafting grid, it definitely helps a lot with orientating, because otherwise you got to put your mouse in the right position. I tried doing that before and it's a little bit irritating. So if you can do it this way, it helps it a lot. And of course, chisel the edges off there. And then I will kind of start mirroring that over on this side. And I have been watching other people this year didn't know about this, but I am going to take advantage of my nighttime and start sifting all this bony soil that I didn't realize had goodies rather than just bones. I was like, yeah, it's just bones, I'm not going to bother, but find out that you can get some other nice stuff in it. So I'll do that and some sand while I'm waiting in the middle of the night. And I have food and snacks. I'm all good here. But at least I got a little something out of it. And one of the other updates I just had noticed is these squares to take things out is purple. And I really needed these to get all these leaves off of these oak trees I'm going to need. So I got most of it off, used the whole thing, and got more oak put around the house. So I got more framed up. And, oh, this is going to be really useful for going out those backpacks. Oh, I was afraid about that. But got some of the house sides kind of finished up, a little more squared off. Got a little extra log bit in here. Got the roof kind of finished off over here as well. So I want to put a peak up on there. So second floor, which is making stairs, will be the next. And then I'm not determined what I'm going to do underneath there quite yet. We'll have to figure that out. But at least I got a little bit of the entrance done. And then I want to kind of finish up the bee area and stuff. So more logging and all that stuff, and can get to that next time. Thanks for watching, and see you later.